So, normally the pre-workouts can be a little bit boring and the press conferences as well. But did we learn anything from the press conference? It was all going pretty ordinary. All the fighters on the undercard did 3 minutes. And then obviously we got up to the main card, which was Usyk and Fury. Usyk did his 3 minutes and he had a little bit of fun with his. He changed to orthodox stance. He was having a bit of a joke. He was in quite a good mood. And then Tyson Fury, instead of the usual 3 minutes, he was on the pads for about 25 minutes, really looking good, having a good warm up, getting his sweat on, hitting pads for 25 minutes, so much longer than the other fighters. And what did Usyk do in this time? Well, he did not take his eyes off of Tyson Fury for a second. He studied him meticulously, analyzing every single movement for his full 25 minutes. He did not take his eyes off of him once. And often pro fighters say that they don't take the pre-workouts very seriously. Fraser Clark was there, and he said after looking at Usyk that he thinks he's going to start, taking these pre-workouts a lot more seriously. Because, clearly there are things to be learned. Usyk was studying Fury with such detail. It only took his eyes off of him when Fury started messing around a bit at the end. Maybe he doesn't tell us much, but I think he just tells us, Usyk's just a great scientist, a great study of the game. And I think it's very clear he has a game plan for Fury. And he's taking it seriously, which, obviously he is. We live in a very technical world of boxing now. Obviously, when AJ knocked out Ngannou, Ben Davison came out and said after there was absolutely no way that fight was going any other way. They'd done so much video work on him and analysis that, they knew exactly what was going to happen. Does Usyk know what's going to happen? I don't know. I think a lot of fighters are saying it's really hard to tell, with this fight to be exactly sure what's going to happen. I was listening to Amir Kahn talk about the fight, and he said Usyk's looking big, and he was slightly concerned that Fury has maybe lost a little bit too much weight. It's hard to tell because Fury said himself that he just looks slimmer, but he hasn't actually lost too much weight. So I think it's just that his body composition's changed. He's put on more muscle and has probably lost more body fat. And he was saying that, obviously size does come in to the fight, undoubtedly, but there's also a lot of other things that can play a factor because, Tyson Fury's bigger, his shots will hold more power. But, if he's missing and constantly getting countered, there's a time where Fury's going to be like, oh my God, I should quit. So even if he's bigger, even if he's the bigger puncher, if he's missing all the time and getting countered, it's still going to be a difficult fight for him. Is Usyk going to be too fast for Fury to lean on him? There's a really interesting comment, actually, who said that Fury, he uses his advantages as a big guy really well. Dubois and Joshua don't know how to be a big guy and use it to their advantage, which I agree with. Joshua was kind of squatting down a bit against Usyk, wasn't really using it to his full capacity like Tyson does. And I don't think Fury's going to get knocked out because I was hearing Frank Warren talk about the fight beforehand, and he says that a really interesting story about the Deontay Wilder first moment is Fury said that when he got hit with that big shot in the 12th round, he wasn't actually that hurt. He could just tell that his legs were gone, so he just needed to take a while to stabilize his legs because he didn't want to get up and then be moving all over the place and get the fight stopped. So he said he wasn't that hurt. He just took a while to get his legs back and then finally got back up. As we've said, Fury has really good comeback power. You can hit him, but he will just keep getting back up. He has really good resistance. It's just, I don't know if anyone else is in the same boat, but it's I read about how Fury's going to win. I'm like, oh, he's definitely going to win. Then you look at Usyk and you think, no, he's definitely going to win. So it's a really intriguing fight, and I hope it isn't going to be boring. An interesting fact about Usyk as well, that you can see that his mentality really changed with the Ukraine war when it broke out. Because before that, he wasn't as serious. He was a bit more jokey in press conferences. But then ever since the Ukraine war broke out, he's kind of been, very serious. That anger, that passion, can anyone beat that? Obviously there's mental and physical to look at, but when you're fighting with your whole country behind your back, that's powerful, right? I don't know if the whole of Britain is behind Tyson. Obviously I'm from England myself. I think I want Usyk to win, because imagine being undisputed at 2 weights. That's crazy. And I love Usyk's story. I love his wins against AJ. I guess because I didn't become a boxing fan for the Klitschko win, I've only kind of heard about it recently. Obviously the Wilder wins were huge, but it's been a while, hasn't it? It was what Chisora, White and Ngannou. It's been a while since he's been in a war, and that does concern me. It's been a while since he's had a live dog at him, Fury. So I suppose Ngannou did put it on him, so maybe he will be ready for that. Because he's oh, okay, that's what it's like when someone puts it on me, when they think they can win against me. He doesn't always expect it. We saw with Volin, wasn't expecting him to put it on him, and he did. Fury looked a bit shocked. But, Fury's definitely going to know what's coming, He's going to be so ready. He's up for it, which is obviously really important for Fury. He needs to be up for a fight. So, yeah. Really exciting fight. So yeah, there's just a little bit of what you might have missed if you didn't watch their pre-workout. So yeah, comment your thoughts down below. Like and subscribe if you like the video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.